So what a Webpack is? Webpack is a powerful module bundler. It used to bundle all our JavaScript files in such a way that browser is easily able to interrupt it and utilize in our application. So in simple words, it is like what as a developer we like to write and what as a browser they like to read. Okay. So, first, we will go with the traditional vanilla JS approach where you can create your application. Okay. So, I will create a new directory for you. Let's say I am having a directory called as explore webpack, something like this. Okay. Okay. I am not having directory. I will make one for you. So, I will create a directory, go into that directory, which is explore webpack. Okay, and I will open this specific directory for you. So once we get into your folder, we will create an index.html file. Okay, so once we type down HTML file, it will create a skeleton code of your HTML file. Okay, then we need to create a script. You can name it as a script.js or any name you want. Okay, then to inject this specific script, we will invoke this script by means of the source, and we'll provide the directory where the script exists, and we will do a log here. Let's say I am logging hello world. Okay, so you need to install extension called as live server. Okay, and what it will do is like expose your HTML file directly. So once you have installed this specific extension, you can open this in a live server and uh, uh, open the console. So you are able to find the hello world which I have got typed down here. And if I say hello world 123, it will be rendered. So our app setup is ready. Okay. Now I want to do what I will do is like I want to create a dynamic element here. Okay. So function, not in this case, hello world. Okay, and I will call this function just after I have declared it. I will create a div element. So const div element will be document dot create element. So now I have to add the tag name. What HTML tag I want to create is a div. Okay. And I have to append it in the body part. So document dot body dot append child and the div element. Okay. So once I go to the elements in my inspect element, and I have efficiently created a div HTML tag here. Now what I will do is like add an inner text here, which says, let's say hello world, something like this. Okay. So I have created a dynamic HTML tag with some inner text here. Okay. Now what we will do, we will implement this same functionality by means of Lodash. Okay, but we will have this in our script here. Okay, so once I go to script, I need to enter the script for Lodash. So it will be something like this. Okay, so I am just replacing it here. Okay, so I am using 4.7.20, and what I will do is like use an underscore variable that Lodash provides, use the join part, and I will say something like hello comma webpack. So I'm getting hello webpack, hello webpack simultaneously. So for that, uh, You need to look into the docs part, why it is happening, but uh, what, so it will be something like this. So just you have to implement a square bracket thing while joining any text here. So we are having hello website with an additional space in between. Okay. So I have like joined two strings by this, but whatever functionality we are doing is by means of this Node.js script. Okay. Now what we will do is, instead of injecting scripts here line by line, we want to import this script and we have to bundle it for our application. Okay. So what we will do is like create an src uh, directory here, create a new uh, file which is index.js. Okay, and the entire script file will be moved here. And now this script is no longer needed because we will write our code here. And in order to bundle our scripts, we will create a dist directory at a root level. So we will have our dist and our index.html will go here. Okay. So this is how the directory will look now, and I will do an npmi init, npm init -y. So this will create a package JSON file for me. Okay, and now I will install two specific packages. One is Webpack and another is Webpack CLI, and save it in a dev dependency. Okay, because we will be using that for our development purpose only. So uh, once I do this, I will also go through presentation line by line. So first we have created index.html. Inside source we have created an index.js. This is something that we already implemented. So this was the script before, and once our package is there, we have to enable the private mode true here. So you have to remove main index.js and you have to say that private mode is true. Okay. Okay. And inside that this directory, you have to create an index.html file. That is something that we have already done. And now we have to import this variable from the Lodash. So we will do an npmi Lodash. Okay. So here you are able to find in dev dependencies. I am having Webpack 5 version, that latest we are using, and a Lodash script. So once as soon as I go here, I can readily import that uh, variable, the underscore variable from Lodash. Okay, I will remove this. Yeah. So and like once we have imported it and we are able to utilize in our script, so we have to remove this from here. Okay, but instead of script.js, now we will have a file called as main.js, that every webpack compilation, after like webpack compiles our index.js, it will create a main.js file in the disk directory. So what we will do is like run our command called as npx webpack. So it will give me a warning that mode option must be there. So we will add our mode option in webpack config file. But let us go through this thing. So here you are able to see that we have got a main.js file, which is a compiled version of our index.js file, and this script we are readily imported here. So this is how our bundled file look, and now we will open this with live server. So congratulations, you have created your first bundle. Okay, but before we move on, we will also add a webpack config uh, at a root level. So we will have a webpack.config.js. file here. So why do we need this file even though we are efficiently able to bundle our index script? So the answer for that is like there will be plugins that we need to install in this Webpack config, and it will help to understand what our requirement is, what things you are looking to optimize. Okay, so after you have installed Lodash, you can readily import this and utilize the script here. We have to remove this script that we already did and rename the incoming script to main.js. And once we create type npx webpack, a bundle file is created. Now we have to add a webpack config file that we already did, and inside that webpack config we will mention like what are the import directories, what are the export directories, and in future further lectures we will install the plugins. Like you don't have to manually create this html file. This html file will be automatically generated. Okay, so what information is there is like we have an entry point where our script is residing is in the index.js file. The output file resides in the disk directory, and the name of file is main.js. Okay. So and just after doing that we will run this command npx webpack config webpack.config. So this will run as per the config that you have provided in this config file. Okay, so there is a warning that mode must be provided. So for our use case we will add a development mode here. Okay, and you can add a build script in your package JSON. So in your package JSON there is a test script. Along with that you can add a build script. So once even though I delete this specific file, I am able to create a build and run our application. So once I do npm run build, it efficiently creates an webpack module file, a bundled file for our JS. And as soon as I expose this with a live server, here you are able to see the same output that we did with the traditional vanilla JS code. So this is it. Like congratulations, you have created your first Webpack application, and you, even though you understand the overall flow, put me like it helps me a lot that I have put my efforts in the right direction. So thanks. We will be looking you in the further lectures. Yeah. Thank you.